The first time I got a repair estimate from a Tesla service center after my warranty expired, I paid it without asking any questions because I assumed Tesla was the only option. A few months later, I was talking to a Tesla owner with 180,000 miles on his car, who laughed when I told him that. He said he had not paid Tesla service center prices for anything outside of high-voltage work in 3 years. He walked me through exactly how he does it. Here are the 5 strategies saving owners the most money once the warranty runs out. The first strategy is finding a Tesla specialist independent shop and using it for everything that does not involve high-voltage components or software issues. This is the single highest impact change most out-of-warranty owners can make. Independent EV specialist shops can undercut Tesla service center pricing, especially for suspension, brakes, and cosmetic work. The labor rate difference explains most of the gap. Tesla service centers charge $175 to $200 per hour, depending on your market. A well-equipped independent EV specialist in the same city typically charges $100 to $130 per hour for identical work. Tesla Motors Club. On a repair taking 4 hours of labor, that difference saves you $180 to $400 before parts are factored in. Front control arms and links run $600 to $1,400 per axle depending on model and shop. Wheel bearings run $400 to $900 each. A front control arm replacement costing $1,200 to $1,400 at a Tesla service center is commonly quoted at $700 to $900 at a Tesla specialist independent shop with identical parts. The key phrase is Tesla specialist. Not every independent shop has the training, diagnostic equipment, and parts access to work on Teslas correctly. Look for shops that advertise Tesla-specific experience, have Tesla-trained technicians, and can pull diagnostic data from the car the same way a Tesla service center can. In most major metros, there are now multiple options. The second strategy is knowing exactly which repairs to take to an independent shop and which ones to keep at Tesla. Use independents strategically for routine maintenance, suspension work, cosmetic repairs, and pre-purchase inspections. Reserve Tesla service for high-voltage issues, complex software faults, and serious crash damage. Repairs that independent shops handle well at meaningfully lower cost include suspension components, brake fluid, wheel bearings, HVAC work, cosmetic repairs, door handles on Model 3 and Model Y, cabin air filters, tire rotations, and alignments. These make up the majority of out-of-warranty service visits for most owners, and every one of them can be done at 20% to 40% lower cost than Tesla service center pricing. Repairs that should stay at Tesla include anything involving the high-voltage battery pack, drive unit replacements, full self-driving hardware issues, autopilot camera calibration after a collision, and any repair requiring Tesla's proprietary software tools. These are not areas where saving money on labor is worth the risk. The owners who end up paying more than they should almost always took a routine suspension repair to Tesla when an independent shop would have done it for significantly less, or took a high-voltage issue to an independent shop that was not equipped to handle it. The third strategy is building your own repair fund instead of paying for a third-party extended warranty, and the math is clearer than most warranty companies want you to know. Third-party extended warranty plans for out-of-warranty Teslas typically run $69 to $150 per month. At $100 per month, that is $1,200 per year, and $3,600 over 3 years before you have made a single claim. A pragmatic alternative is to plan on roughly $500 to $600 per year for tires, alignments, and small repairs, and to keep a $2,000 to $3,000 repair fund earmarked for the car. Instead of sending $150 a month to a warranty company, put that money in a high-yield savings account. After 3 years, you have $5,400 in flexible coverage that you keep if you never need it. A Model Y with an out-of-warranty heat pump valve failure averages about $1,800 to fix. At $100 per month in warranty premiums, you break even on that repair after 18 months of payments. If the repair happens in month 24, you have already paid $2,400 in premiums for a $1,800 repair. The self-insurance approach wins every time the major repair does not happen in the early months of coverage, which is statistically most of the time on a well-maintained Tesla. MotorWatt. The one situation where a third-party warranty makes sense is buying a used Tesla with unknown history. Transferring some of that risk to a warranty company for the first year while you learn the car's condition is a reasonable decision. But for owners who know their car's history and have maintained it correctly, self-insurance almost always comes out ahead. The fourth strategy is getting competing quotes before agreeing to any repair. And most Tesla owners skip this entirely because they assume the service center estimate is the only number available. Tesla service centers do not negotiate on pricing. Independent shops do, especially for larger repairs. An owner I spoke to recently received a Tesla service center estimate of $1,800 for an HVAC repair on a Model Y. He took that estimate to 2 independent Tesla specialist shops. The first quoted $1,100. The second quoted $950 after he mentioned the competing quote. He paid $950 for a repair that would have cost $1,800 at Tesla. That is a 47% saving from one phone call. The process is straightforward. Get the Tesla Service Center diagnosis and written estimate first, because their diagnostic tools are the most comprehensive, and the written estimate gives you a specific scope of work to compare against. Then take that estimate to at least 2 independent Tesla specialist shops and ask them to quote the identical scope of work. In most cases, independent quotes come in 20 to 40% lower on labor-intensive repairs. The repairs where this strategy produces the biggest savings are suspension work, HVAC repairs, cosmetic work, and any repair that is primarily labor rather than parts. The fifth strategy is understanding Tesla's parts access policy and using it to your advantage, because this changed significantly in recent years and most owners are not aware of it. Tesla has progressively opened parts access to independent shops, and in some cases directly to owners. Independent Tesla specialist shops can now source many OEM Tesla parts directly, which means you are not paying a service center markup on top of already high parts prices. For common repair items like suspension components, brake parts, and many body parts, the combination of independent shop labor rates and direct parts access produces the half-price outcomes that used to be impossible when Tesla tightly controlled both. For owners comfortable with more involved repairs, Tesla's direct parts access means some maintenance items can be sourced and replaced without a shop visit at all. The 12-volt battery, cabin air filters, and some suspension components are within reach for mechanically confident owners. The parts are available, the repair information is increasingly accessible through owner communities and independent repair databases, And the savings on a $250 Tesla mobile service call for a $100 part that takes 15 minutes to replace are immediate and obvious. The owner with 180,000 miles made one point that stuck with me. He said owners who pay full Tesla service center prices for every out-of-warranty repair are not doing it because the service center is better for those repairs. They are doing it because they never took the time to find out what their other options were. These 5 strategies are not about cutting corners. They are about using the right resource for the right repair and knowing that Tesla service center pricing is a starting point for some repairs rather than the only number available. If you have used an independent Tesla shop or found a strategy that saved you money on an out-of-warranty repair, drop the details in the comments. Actual repair, actual cost comparison, actual shop type. That information is genuinely useful to every owner watching. And if you want to keep getting practical advice like this, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.